talked about things that were long and things that were short. I'm going to pull some friends, and you are going to tell me which of these pictures is the longest. So look at them. Think about it. Which of those is the longest? Demarian's not in here. Lazaria, which one is the longest? The pencil. Can you come move the pencil to the top? Okay, Lazaria. Now look at the next two. We have our crayon and we have our pen. We're looking to see which one is longer, the crayon or the pen. Abby, which one's longer? The pen. Can you move that under our pencil? Okay, and all we have left is our what? Crayon. So is the crayon the longest one or the shortest one? The shortest one. What happens if I measure the crayon right here?
It'll be longer.
It'll be what, Josh?
Longer.
It'll be longer, but we know our crayon's not longer. So what do we need to do to measure? Can we just put them everywhere, or do we have to line them up?
Line
them up. Joshua, can you, just like that, can you come line up our pictures? I put this line here, so if you want, you can put the tips of every picture right on that line.
Wow.
It's okay, just drag it. There we go. So now we can see which one's the longest one? The pencil. Which one's the shortest one?
The pen.
The pen's the shortest one?
No. The crayon.
The crayon's the shortest one, and the pen is in the middle. Thank you, Joshua. You can have a seat.
What happened? Can I help you?
If your stick gets full.
Yeah. This happened.
Lots of stuff on here from yesterday.
And
Lots of cool stuff today.
Is it a sentence?
We're going to write sentences about our objects. Okay, I want you.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Josh. I want you to look at these two things. I have a fork and I have a knife. Think about it. Which one is shorter? Think about it. Raise your hand if you know. Which one is shorter? Madison?
The fork.
The fork. How do you know? The fork is the smallest one and it has a shorter rectangle. If I go to measure them like this, can you tell that the fork is smaller?
No.
What do I need to do?
You need to put it on the line.
We need to put it on the line and line it up. What if I do it like this?
That the fork is longer. Shorter.
The fork is what?
Shorter.
Shorter. Now we can see the fork is shorter. Which one's longer?
Ooh. The knife.
Which one's longer, Holly? How do you know?
Because the knife has a bigger...
You can see the knife is a little bit bigger than the fork, can't you? We have lots of objects in our bags, and we're going to be measuring them.
Oh.
We're going to write sentences about them. I already started the sentence for you. It says, the blank is longer than the blank. The blank is shorter than the blank. The blank is the same as the blank. You are going to get objects, and you are going to measure them. Let's look at some. I'm going to pick a pencil and a cup. Oops, and a pom-pom. And a cup. Let's look at these. Shamar, let's look at these. Which one is longer? Raise your hand if you know. Raise your hand if you know. Aubrey, which one's longer? The pencil. So for my first sentence, I could say the
pencil
is longer than the cup. I can also write another sentence with this. Which one of these are shorter?
The cup.
The cup. So I can say the
Cup
is shorter than the
pencil.
pencil. The third one's going to be tricky. You're going to have to dig and find two things that are the same.
Oh.
Give me a thumbs up if you know what you're supposed to do. Do we think we can get this? I think we can. Okay, here's my number one rule. These things in the bag, they're not yours, they're mine. So we have to take care of them. That means no snatching,
No
no
whipping.
throwing, no hitting our friends.
We're
gonna- No trying to break anything. We're going to pass the bag and you pick two things. Joshua, when you're done with your two things, you put them back and get two more. Logan, I have a very important question. Are you listening? What's the very first thing we do when we get our paper?
Write your name.
Write your name. This table, what's the very first thing we do when we get our paper? Write your name. So grab a paper, write your name. You can grab a pencil out of the bucket on your table. Grab a paper, write your name. She's getting her paper, it's fine.
Your name. Write your name.
Okay.
Write your name.
Okay, I see Aubrey is done writing her name, so now she's going to pick two things and pass the bag. So pick two. Whatever two you want, you pick. Pick any two things and write or pass the bag.
You're my partner.
You don't have partners today. You work by yourself. Pick two things and pass the bag so your friends can get them.
You got blue marker. Let's begin. Sorry, pass it. Pass it down. Oh, yeah. Is it your name?
If you don't know how to spell one of the words, I'm going to write them on the board and draw a picture next to it so you can just look up here.
This long as you drink for me.
A drink? What is that called?
Sorry.
Oh, a string. That's my next one. Hold on.
Sorry, we don't I said sorry. Relax me. How do you spell string? S R.
What else is in your bag? Marker, crayon.
That's right, marker. Hey, can you spell marker for my friend?
I will. Hold on 1 second.
Both of us. No, all three of us. Abby. Abby.
Rosaria has the same one.
I got a pom-pom in a marker.
That's fine. Because what can Rosaria do now? Which one's longer? Which one's shorter?
No, you got
So are they the same? So now you can go down to your last sentence and you can say that they're the same.
Oh, can we write this?
Get to it.
Does that spell cup?
What sound does cup start with? C. Do you see a C word up here?
Yeah.
Do you see one that has a picture of a cup next to it?
Yeah.
That one's right here.
Hard, but I need it.
with your pencil, you measure with your marker.